Hi there, this is Glenn. I'm going to show you an example of what I do after a photo shoot and how I post-process photos. This is the finished image right here. And for the ones I shoot for, you know why I take so many exposures by now. And that particular shot, there's a total of 25 exposures that I shot. Okay, and out of the 25, I really ended up using 6 shots. The reason I take so many, I want to make sure I have enough to work with. And as you know, I do bracketing exposures with no flash, just existing light, and then I bracket direct flash and bracket bounce flash off ceilings or walls. So these 6 exposures, I basically take them into Camera Raw, and I'll do that now. In Camera Raw, since I'm shooting RAW files, not JPEGs, is like real film. I have to go in and post-process it just like in film. You'd have to use chemicals to process it. So I have developed a preset that helps me get to the starting point on the RAW files. And if you watch the screen, I'm going over the presets, and this one here, Interior 2017, is the one I usually use for interiors now. So I need to select them all and then do the preset, and then I open them as Smart Objects in Photoshop. Smart Object is a non-destructive way to post-process when using the actual pixels of the photo files. So they're all coming in right now. And so now we're in Photoshop. And to make this as quick as I can, here is the PSD file. And if you look over to the right side of the screen, I'll kind of scroll up and down. So this is this one image. These are all the layers that I use to create this image. And the reason this one's so kind of long is because we're shooting very far distances from where I'm shooting way back to the back wall of the kitchen and to the other living area. So that's why it just takes this many. Now, what I'm going to show you next is basically I'm going to turn off all the layers, and I'm going to show you this is the base image I started with. And in this case, I was lucky. It's actually not bad, okay? But it's kind of muddy and flat looking. So I'll start turning on the layers now. You get an idea. So I'll turn this one on. Okay, and then I'm just going to go up the line here. And I'm just going to kind of go semi-fast. Just keep an eye on the image. Let me come out a little bit there. Okay, now. And you have to look real close to see what the heck is happening here. But to give you an idea, all these thumbnails on the right side of the screen where the layers are, those are masks, okay? And the white part of a mask reveals, and the black part hides, okay? So wherever it's white, it's revealing something on that layer for a specific area. Example here, let me go up one more time there. Okay, go up there. Here's a good example you can actually probably see. Okay, so this is what a layer mask looks like. And this has to be hand selected and kind of painted in or out. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And then what happens with this layer, you can just see here the difference on the back area there, where I just brightened it up. Okay, the kitchen area. Okay, and so let me zoom back out. And here we go. Here's some more layers coming on. You can see that's out in the living area on the far right in the image. Here's another image exposure that I added, and this is basically for the windows. Without it, as you'll see, that's starting to get the windows pulled in. And let me come back a little bit. Here we go. So you see that, okay? So from there, I'm going to work on the windows to the right of the out in the grilling area there. And I just use a curves adjustment just to do that one window there. And then the kitchen window, here's that. And that's another curves adjustment. And then I use a little vibrance to bring the green back in. The ceiling, it's got a yellow tint, so I'm going to use a hue saturation layer and adjust that. And then this layer here is just a blank layer that I can fix stuff on. And I'm trying to figure out what I fixed here to look real careful. Okay, we'll skip that. And another hue saturation, curves. And then this is an overall curves adjustment that just kind of gets me where I'm trying to go with overall brightness. The ceiling, after doing the ceiling like that, it kind of put a blue tinge in there, so I used hue and saturation and got the blue pulled out of there in that one area, which happens to be right about there where the marching ants is. Okay, so I'll continue on. Okay, and then this is the, like for the couch, for instance. There's the couch. I'll brighten that up. This is where right up here at top, I just got part of the vent in, return air, or the, not the return air, but the air vent, and I just took it out. Okay, because it's kind of annoying. And this here is this wall here. After these other adjustments, this wall got back to being yellow, okay, from the light color of the light. So anyway, I got that back down to match the rest of the walls. And let's see, we're almost done. Here's hue saturation. Okay. And this is just toning stuff down somewhat. And this is just for the painting, because the painting, here's what I've selected. And I brought it down to where it's not so overexposed looking. And here's another image of the 6 that I brought in, and this is for the area out here in this area here where the cooker is. And then I start taking and tweaking that layer just back in that area right there. And there's the marching ants. That's what I got selected. And the next one is hue saturation. Pulling some of the blues out of there. And another one, you have to kind of do this step by step. You can't just remove it all at one time. It just doesn't work that way. And then we go up here. This is the wall hue saturation of that area. And brighten up this corner right in here. And then this is the painting right out in here. You can see there's so much bright light coming in from those windows right there that I kind of brought it down to where it should be. And then the lower half, I get it down to there. Okay. So that's the end of that. That's that. This image took about an hour and 15, 20 minutes. And, but it was well worth it. This is a beautiful house, and it just has that wow factor. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.